Hello, in this lesson I'm going to show you how to use the triangle proportionality theorem to figure out missing sides of triangles. So we're going to call this lesson the triangle proportionality theorem. And we'll start with what is the triangle proportionality theorem. And I need to make the font just a little bit smaller. This is if a line parallel to one side of a triangle intersects the other two sides of the triangle, then the line divides the two sides proportionally. Okay, so let's look at an example of what this is. This is how I can use the triangle proportionality theorem. So first, I see that I have a triangle, and I have this side is parallel to this line that's passing through the large triangle that actually creates a smaller one. So I've got two triangles, a small one and a large one, and I have two segments that are parallel to each other. I'm going to look to see, do I have 1, 2, 3, 4 numbers? Well, no, not exactly. I'm missing one. So if this side is 7 and this little piece is 5, the missing portion is 2. So yes, I have 4 numbers or variables, 1, 2, 3, 4. So what I'm going to do is I am going to set up a proportion, and this is the way it's going to work. I have a number in the top left. I'm going to divide that by the number in the bottom left. Okay, a number in the top right, and I'm going to divide that by the number in the bottom right. Okay, so I'm going to do 5 divided by 2 and 6 divided by x. And then I cross multiply, so I get 5x equals 6 times 2 is 12, divided by 5. 12 divided by 5 is 2.4. So my answer is x equals 2.4. We're going to do another example. So this time it's the same sort of thing, except it says find the length of segment GF, which is what we're going to call x. And then the triangle's just turned upside down, but everything's exactly the same. So I'm going to take 29 and subtract 14, and I get 15. Then I'm going to do 15 over 14 is equal to x over 12. If you wanted to set it up 12 over x equals 14 over 15, that also works. There's more than one way to work this out, but we're just going to go ahead and cross multiply. 15 times 12 is 180. 14 times x is 14x. And when you divide by 14, you get x equals, or x is approximately 12.9. Okay, let me erase this. So on this particular example, example 3, I see that the picture looks a little bit different. I do not have any numbers or variables over here on the left side of the figure. That means I can't use the theorem for this one, the triangle proportionality theorem. I have to do this another way. So I am going to compare the smaller triangle to the larger one. Okay? So the smaller triangle, this right side is x. On the larger triangle, this right side here is 14 plus x. This whole side is 14 plus x. So on the numerator, I'm talking about the small triangle. On the denominator, I'm talking about the large triangle. Over here, the small triangle, the bottom of it is 12. The large triangle, the bottom piece here is 21. So that's how I set it up. Then I do 21 times x, and I do 12 times 14 plus x. And this part requires some distributive property. So I am going to do 12 times 14, which is 168, and 12 times x is 12x. Then I'm going to subtract 12x, and I get 9x equals 168. Then I divide by 9, and I get x is 18.6, repeating. Okay, we've got one more example. I'm going to look at this one and look to see, do I have 1, 2, 3, 4 numbers? Well, I'm missing this one, ED, just subtract 21 minus 9, and I get 12. So I've got the 4 numbers that I need. So I'm going to set up 12 over x plus 10 equals 9 over 12. Then I'm going to cross multiply. 12 times 12 is 144. And then I'm going to do 9 times x plus 10. Okay, so I've got 144 equals 9x plus 90. Then I'm going to subtract to 90. 144 minus 90 is 54. And then I divide by 9, and I get 6 equals x, which means x is equal to 6. Okay, there are 2 practice problems for us to look at. I would like for you to pause the video and try these on your own, but I'm going to go ahead now and answer the questions. So I'm going to set this up, x over 3 equals 5 over 2. Cross multiply, you get 12x, or 2x equals 15. Divide by 2, x equals 7.5. Then I'm going to do, this says find mn, which is here, we'll call it x. 12 over 15 equals 10 over x. Cross multiply, you get 12x equals 150. Divide by 12, and you get x equals 12.5. Thank you so much for watching.